Hypothermia, a cold danger you can prevent. Winter is here, and with it comes the excitement of engaging in thrilling outdoor activities. Whether it's skiing down snowy slopes, conquering towering mountains, or even taking an icy plunge into cold waters, winter sports are an incredible way to enjoy the season. But as we embrace these adventures, it's essential to be mindful of the risks that cold exposure brings. Chief among them is hypothermia. Let's take a moment to revisit the unforgettable story of Titanic. Remember Jack? His sacrifice for Rose is one of the most heart-wrenching moments in cinematic history. But what really caused Jack's tragic end wasn't just the icy water, it was hypothermia. As his body lost heat faster than it could produce, his organs shut down, leaving him powerless. What is hypothermia? Hypothermia occurs when the body's core temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, disrupting the body's ability to function. Normally, the body maintains a stable temperature of around 37 degrees Celsius, 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and even slight deviations can interfere with vital process. When exposed to extreme cold, the body loses heat faster than it can produce it. This leads to the constriction of blood vessels in the skin, as the body tries to conserve warmth for essential organs like the brain, heart, and lungs. As hypothermia progresses, the body's survival mechanisms begin to fail. In its early stages, shivering is the first response to generate heat. But as the condition worsens, shivering stops, a critical red flag indicating the body can no longer sustain heat production. The heart slows, oxygen delivery to tissues decreases, and mental functions deteriorate. If untreated, the body temperature can drop below 28 degrees Celsius, 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit, at which point the risk of cardiac arrest, respiratory failure, and total organ shutdown becomes imminent. The timeline for hypothermia depends on the environment and conditions. In freezing water, heat loss occurs up to 25 times faster than in air, and life-threatening hypothermia can set in within 15-30 minutes, with organ failure occurring shortly after. In freezing air, hypothermia may take longer to develop, but can escalate rapidly in extreme wind chill or without proper clothing. Once the body's core temperature drops significantly, major organs like the heart, brain, and lungs begin shutting down due to insufficient blood flow and oxygen, eventually leading to death. Hypothermia is insidious because its progression affects judgment and decision-making, preventing victims from seeking help or taking action to warm themselves. However, with quick recognition and intervention, even severe hypothermia can be treated effectively, emphasizing the importance of awareness and preparation in cold environments. Top 5 causes of hypothermia. 1. Prolonged exposure to cold weather. Spending extended periods outdoors in freezing temperatures, especially without proper clothing, can rapidly drain your body heat. 2. Immersion in cold water. Falling into icy water or swimming for long durations in cold water accelerates heat loss up to 25 times faster than in air. 3. Inadequate clothing. Wearing wet, thin, or insufficient layers in cold weather fails to trap heat and can expose you to dangerous cooling. 4. Extreme wind chill. Strong winds remove the thin layer of warm air that surrounds your body, making it feel much colder than the actual temperature. 5. Underlying health conditions or age. Infants and elderly individuals are especially vulnerable due to their reduced ability to regulate body temperature. Conditions like diabetes or alcohol consumption can also increase risk. How to recognize symptoms of hypothermia. Recognizing hypothermia early is critical. Here are the telltale signs. 1. Mild hypothermia. Shivering, fatigue, numbness in fingers and toes, and slight confusion. 2. Moderate hypothermia. Slurred speech, clumsiness, slow breathing, and worsening mental confusion. 3. Severe hypothermia. Shivering stops, skin turns pale or bluish, pulse weakens, and unconsciousness occurs. If someone exhibits severe symptoms, they are in critical danger and require immediate medical attention. Top 5 tips to prevent hypothermia. 1. Dress in layers. Wear multiple layers of moisture-wicking, insulating, and waterproof clothing to retain heat while staying dry. Don't forget a hat and gloves, as most heat escapes through the head and extremities. 2. Stay dry. Wet clothing accelerates heat loss, so avoid activities that leave you drenched in water or sweat. Carry spare clothing to change into if necessary. 3. Be prepared. Always check the weather forecast before heading out. Bring emergency supplies like blankets, heat packs, and extra food when venturing into cold areas. 4. Avoid alcohol and drugs. While alcohol might make you feel warm, it dilates blood vessels and speeds up heat loss. Stay sober to stay safe. 5. Limit cold exposure. Take frequent breaks in warm, sheltered areas. If you feel yourself getting too cold, act quickly to warm up before symptoms worsen. First aid measures for hypothermia. If you or someone else is showing signs of hypothermia, follow these steps immediately. Move to a warmer environment. Get the person indoors or into a sheltered area protected from wind, snow, and rain. Remove wet clothing. Replace wet garments with dry, warm layers. Wrap the person in blankets or insulated materials. Focus on core warming. Apply warm, not hot packs or bottles to the chest, neck, and groin. Offer warm beverages. If the person is conscious, provide non-alcoholic, non-caffeinated warm liquids to gradually raise internal temperature. Call emergency services. Severe hypothermia requires professional medical intervention. Winter sports and adventures are thrilling, but they come with risks if we're not cautious. Hypothermia might be a silent danger, but it's entirely preventable with the right knowledge and preparation. Whether skiing, swimming, or simply enjoying the snow, let's make safety a priority. If you found this guide helpful, hit that subscribe button and share it with friends. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy the wonders of winter.